Yeah, hi, I'm Johannes from Native Instruments, Berlin, and I want to show you the features of Core 2. We have announced Core 2 here at the trade show for summer 2007. And I will start with a browser, because the browser, from Core 1 is much faster and enhanced. We have with Complete Sphere a sound library of more than 11,000 core sounds. And as you can see, if I type in here a similar word, I get the results immediately, so I can step through my sound database really fast, and the response of the interface will be really really fast, so I don't have to wait a few seconds anymore of the the interface. So it is a core browser. It's also more user editable. You can edit the structure of the database, the categories, your description to the sources in your way, and order it in the way you want to, so you can really make structure out of your databases and your sounds. This is about the browser. So now we go to the new view of the core mixer, so to say. You have here already a multi-sound opened. If I close this, you see the first level of core. You have here different channels, and it's like a mixing board. Yeah, you can really easily insert a source channel, a second source channel, or a third source channel here, and inside of them you can plug in all VST or different plugins you want to use. In this case, I integrate a B4, so there it is. And now you can start to work with the sound on this level immediately. It works. And you can now integrate a MIDI step sequencer, full-featured MIDI step sequencer if you want to, and also a MIDI arpeggiator. So, and if you want to, also a MIDI player. Of course, this makes no sense to have a MIDI player after a step sequencer or arpeggiator. What I do, I drag and drop it in a different channel, and there it is. I can use arpeggiator afterwards, and in this way I can really drag and drop every kind of source, every kind of effect, every kind of MIDI tool inside those channels, and I can have as much channels as my computer allows me. So now we place a step sequencer in the first slot before the origin. So this is the way it goes. With multi-sounds, it's different. I can add a multi-sound here, and then another level opens up. It's organized the same way as the first level, and here I can also insert multi-sounds or straight plugins. So on the first level I can start to make sounds, to design sounds, to make music from the start. And if I want to make a more complex structure, I can go deep as I want to. Really important for the concept to make core core an instrument is that with Core 2 you get all the engines delivered, the engines of Massive, of FM8, of Absence. You get with it, and you can play over 500 Native Instruments best of sounds from the beginning. You don't have to have any VST plugins to make sound with it. And the concept of user pages, already known from Core 1, is already, of course, implemented in Core 2. So you get over 500 best of native instruments with user pages. So you can use the core hardware controller with those pre-made sounds and the sound engines of native instruments from the beginning. So you have a much faster sound browser. You have an enhanced media and audio routing through the channels. You have no differences anymore between the plug-in and the standalone version. In the version 1, you have the difference between the sound level and the performance level. Now you have the same levels. You can no difference anymore between the plug-in and the standalone version, because of course Core is functioning as the plug-in in your host sequencer. With multi-sound, it's interesting maybe that you can have a complex chain like this. Here we have an absent as a sound source. And then we have 6 of the integrated effects, another feature. You have a lot, you can see here, of the reactor effects already integrated. So you do not have only the engines, not only the best of native instrument sounds and with user pages, you have also the integrated effects to get started. May you know already about the user pages. The user pages, with them you can really easily get access to the main sound sculpting features of one sound. And with the full versions of the plugins, you can edit them as you want to. If you have found one sound and you have found it simply, and this is the setup you want to use, you can make 8 variations of this sound and store it here on these spheres from A to H. So it's not about new user pages, it's about variations of one sound. Then you can morph between those variations. You see on the left side the controllers are moving because I move this red square through the fields of the presets. And in this way I really can explore the sounds I made, find variations, and really get deep into the sound. All parameters you can control with the core. So you can use the core controller to move the square and every other effect parameter you want to control. Yeah, maybe this is this is really what Core is about.